Hi dears, this is Raji. We are learning the chapter periodic table. In the previous video, we were learning about how to identify the position of an element in the periodic table. In which group and which period the particular element will be present. We learned that already. In this video, we will be discussing the concept of periodicity. What will be the variation of number of shells, number of valence electrons and valency down the group also, across the period also. And we will be discussing the board questions also related to that. Okay, let's start. While studying about the periodic table, you might have come across the concept of periodicity. What do you mean by periodicity? We know that in modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic number from left to right. If we consider period 2 elements, which is the first element? It is lithium. And period 2 ends with neon. What's the atomic number of neon? Neon is 10. Okay. Which is the next element? That is sodium. Atomic number of sodium is 11. Now, if you are checking the properties of sodium and lithium, it is showing similarities in properties. That is the reason we are rubbing sodium from there and writing just below lithium. Correct? If we consider period 3 element, first element is sodium only and it will be ending up with argon. What is the atomic number of argon? It is 18. Which is the next element? That is potassium with atomic number 19. Potassium is found to be showing similarities in properties with that of lithium and sodium. That's the reason we are rubbing potassium from there and writing just below sodium. Correct? So what do you mean by this? After certain regular interval, certain properties are repeating. The repetition of similar properties of element after a regular interval is called periodicity. Why the similarities in properties are happening after a certain regular interval? Reason is that after certain regular intervals, their number of valence electron is found to be the same. If same number of electrons are present in the valence shell, they will be showing similarities in properties. Understood? If you are observing the periodic table, we can see that certain properties of the elements are changing periodically. Down the group, it will be showing certain variations. Across the period also, it will be gradually varying. So, we will have to study certain properties of elements such as atomic radius, metallic character, number of valence electrons, valency, electron affinity, etc. So, how these properties are going to change down the group and across the period also. Okay. Before studying the periodic properties of elements, we should have a clear idea about the variation of number of shells down the group also, across the period also. How it will be varying? Period number depends upon the number of shells only. Period 1 elements will be having only one shell, right? Across the period, number of shells remain the same, right? Period 2. Period 2 elements will be having how many shells? Only 2 shells, right? See this one. Across the period, number of shells remain the same. Period 3 elements will be having how many shells? It will be having 3 shells. Across the period, number of shells remain the same. Got it? Down the group, what will happen? Period is changing, right? So, down the group, number of shell increases by 1. So, how can we conclude? Across the period, number of shells remain the same. Okay. Whereas down the group, what will happen? It increases by 1. Clear? Yes. See this one. We are going to learn the first periodic property, the number of valence electrons. How the number of valence electrons vary down the group also, across the period also, we need to learn. Okay. Before that, what are these valence electrons? Number of electrons which are present in the outermost shell of an atom, that is known as valence electron. For example, consider lithium. What is the atomic number? It is 3. Electronic configuration is 2, 1. How many electrons are present in the outermost shell of lithium? 1. In lithium, the number of valence electron present also will be 1. Clear? Yes. Sodium, atomic number 11. Electronic configuration is 281. What is the number of valence electron? Yeah, it is 1. Got it? No? Now, let's see what will happen when we consider the number of valence electron down the group. Lithium, sodium and potassium are group 1 elements. Look at the number of valence electron. It is same only. Okay. Check group 2 elements like beryllium, magnesium and calcium. Number of valence electron is found to be the same. That are 2 electrons. Correct? Yeah. Check group 17 elements like fluorine, chlorine and bromine. The number of valence electron is found to be the same. So how can we summarize? Down the group, number of valence electron will remain the same. Got it? Yes. So down the group, the number of valence electrons will remain the same. But what will happen to the number of valence electrons across a period? Check the number of valence electron in lithium. Yeah, the number of valence electron present is only 1. Yeah, whereas in beryllium, 2 electrons. Boron, 3. Okay, carbon 4. Like that it goes on, right? So left to right if you are moving, what will happen to the number of valence electron? Number of valence electrons increases by 1. So how can we summarize? Yeah, see this one. The valence electrons down the group will remain the same. Whereas across the period, what will happen to the number of valence electron? Number of valence electrons increases by 1. So whenever we speak about the number of valence electrons, you will have to remember two things. In few elements, if number of valence electrons remain same, so we can conclude that all of them belong to same group. Got it? Okay, number of valence electrons are same means they belong to the same group. And another point to be remembered is that if they have the same number of valence electron, they will be showing same properties also. So you can just memorize this concept and we can apply that while we are answering questions. Got it? So we came to know that what will be the variation of the number of valence electrons down the group also, across a period also. Now we are going to see another periodic property, that is valency. What's the difference between valency and valence electron? Both are same? No, both are different. How they are different? We are going to see that. Here I have written period 3 elements from sodium to argon. Let's write the electronic configuration of these elements first. So what are valence electrons? It is nothing but the number of electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom. In the case of sodium, that is 1. In the case of magnesium, it is 2. In the case of aluminum, it is 3 and so on. Okay, we know that. Now, what is this valency? Okay, look at sodium. Do you think sodium is happy? No. Why? The reason is that for an atom to be stable, in the outermost shell, it should have 8 electrons. Correct? Yes. See, there are two ways for sodium to attain stability. Either it can give away 1 electron to somebody. Otherwise, it can accept 7 electron from somebody. Okay, which is easy. Giving away 1 electron to somebody. See, why is it so? In order to understand that, I will tell you an example. This is you. You are simply sitting in the classroom. By that time, your friend is coming and asking, see, I forgot my pen, Okay, do you have an extra pen with you? You are a very generous person. You have an extra pen also with you. So, you are giving him 1 pen. Okay. After 5 minutes, your friend is again coming and asking, see, this is not writing properly. Okay, do you have another one with you? Please give me. See, will you give? Yes. You are a very generous person, right? Yes. And you are giving the second pen also. He is going with that. After 5 minutes, this person is again coming back and asking, see, this is actually a blue pen. I think my handwriting will be good if I am writing with a black pen. Do you have a black pen with you? Yes, you are very generous, no? Yes, you are giving the third pen also, right? By the time your face is slightly changing. After 5 minutes, the same person is coming and asking, see, what kind of pens you are bringing to school, Okay, give me another one. This time, instead of requesting, he is demanding, will you give that fourth pen? No. What you will do? You will say, had better you don't write. Correct? Yes. If so, atoms are also exactly like you. Being a very generous person, you were ready to share 3 pens with your friend, but fourth pen you didn't give. In the same way, accepting or giving away more than 3 electrons at a time, yeah, it is difficult for an atom. Correct? Yes. So, in this case, yeah, which is an easy method for sodium to attain stability, to give away 1 electron, because all on a sudden 7 electron nobody will give it, right? Yes. In order to attain stability, how many electrons sodium is giving away? 1, and that is known as the valency of sodium. Agreed? Yeah. Magnesium, which is an easy method for magnesium to attain stability. It will give away 2 electron to somebody. Okay, yeah. Instead of accepting 6 electron from someone, yeah, it is easy for magnesium to give away 2 electron. So what's the valency? Yeah, 2, right? Aluminium, yeah, aluminium also, it will give away 3 electron to someone. So what is the valency? It is 3. And silicon, yeah, you can write the valency as 4, but it is not transferring that electron completely or accepting electron completely, but instead of that it will share. We will speak about that later. Okay, yeah. What about the valency of phosphorus? 5 electrons are there. At a time, 5 electrons cannot be given to some other atom. So what it will do? It will accept 3 electron from some other atom. That is more easy for it to attain stability. So what's the valency of phosphorus? That is 3. What about sulfur? Yeah, 6 electrons are there in the valence shell. So, yeah, how it will be attaining stability? How can it make the valence electron 8? By accepting 2 electron. Chlorine, yeah, what is the easy way for chlorine to attain stability? By gaining 1 electron from some other atom. So, the valency will be 1. And what about argon? Argon has got already 8 electrons in its outermost shell. It has already attained stability. Then there is no need of transaction of any electron. It won't give away any electron also. It won't accept any electron also. So that time what will be the valency? Yeah, that is 0. Agreed. So can you define valency now? Valency is the number of electrons an atom can gain, lose or share to attain stable electronic configuration. Got it? Remember, valency and valence electrons both are different. In some cases it will be same, but in some cases it will be different. Okay? Yeah. So valence electron is just the number of electrons which are present in the outermost shell, but valency is the number of electron an atom is gaining, losing or sharing in order to attain stability. Clear? So can you tell me what will be the variation of valency across a period? Yeah. From group 1 to group 14, valency increases from 1 to 4. Correct? Yeah. Whereas from group 14, yeah, it will be reducing to 0 till group 18. Clear? Okay, you should remember that. So we came to know that across a period, that is from left to right, what will happen? The valency increases from 1 to 4 and then reduces to 0, we said. Correct? Yes. But what will be the variation of valency down the group? Yeah. In a group, we said that number of valence electrons will remain the same. So what will happen to the valency? The valency also will remain the same. So in the table, you can see the number of valence electrons present. In group 15, what will be the number of valence electrons? 5. Okay, yeah, because it will be 10 plus 5. We had discussed how we are getting that in the previous video. You can just go through that. If the number of valence electrons in group 15 is 5, can you tell me what will be the valency of that group? See, number of valence electron is 5, which is an easy way for an atom to attain stability. It will be accepting 3 electron. So we can say that the valency of group 15 will be 3. Agreed? Okay, yeah. And what will be the valency of group 17 elements generally? So group 17 can be written as 10 plus 7. So what will be the number of valence electron? 7. If the number of valence electron is 7, what will be the valency? It will be attaining stability by accepting 1 electron. So the valency will be 1. Agreed? Okay, they will give you an atomic number and from that you will have to write the electronic configuration and find out the valency. So can you tell me what will be the valency of group 2 elements? Yeah. In group 2 elements, it will be having 2 electrons in its valence shell. So what will be the valency? It is easy for them to attain stability by giving away that 2 electron, right? So the valency will be 2. Got it? So remember, across the period, what will be the variation in valency? It increases from 1 to 4 and then reduces to 0. Down the group, what will happen to the valency? It will remain the same. Okay, you should remember that. Yes. Now see the question. These are some board questions related to the topic which we have discussed now. Read and find out. Taking an example of element of atomic number 16, explain how the electronic configuration of the atom of an element relates to its position in the modern periodic table and how valency of an element is calculated on the basis of the atomic number. They have given the atomic number. Immediately you can write the electronic configuration of the element, right? That is 286. They are asking what will be the position of an element in the periodic table. If they are asking the position, you will have to write the group number also, the period number also. What is group number? If the number of valence electron is greater than 2, we will be adding 10 to that. So the group number will be 16. What will be the period number? How many shells are there? 3 shells are there. So the period number will be 3, right? Yes. One more question they are asking. What will be the valency of an element? They are asking. What is the valency? Number of valence electron is 6. If so, how that atom will be trying to attain stability, which is easy for it? It will be accepting 2 electrons from somebody, right? To have 8 electrons in its valence shell. So what is the valency? Valency will be equal to 2. Easy. Now see this question. This kind of questions are common from the chapter periodic table. They will be giving you a table and related to that some questions also will be given. First we will have to study the table and then answer the question. So what does it indicate? See, these are the groups. Okay, 1 to 2 and till 18 it is given. And these are the period. So they have given some elements. A, B, C, D, E, F like that, and see, element A belong to period 2 and group 1. Correct? That's what they have given in the table. Now read the question. On the basis of the above table, answer the following questions. Name the element which forms only covalent bond. We know that a covalent bond is formed only by the sharing of electrons. Okay, look at this picture. See, if an element is having 1 electron in the valence shell, okay, how can it attain stability? It will give this electron to some other atom having 7 electrons in its valence shell. So both can attain stability, correct? No? Okay, yes. So if an element is having 2 electrons in its valence shell, what it will do to attain stability? It will be transferring these 2 electrons to an atom having 6 electrons in its valence shell. Then both C and D will become happy. They can attain stability. If an element is having 3 electrons in its valence shell, it can transfer these electrons to an atom having 5 electrons in its valence shell. Okay. So the elements which are having 1, 2 and 3 valence electrons, that will be transferring their electron to the elements which are having 5, 6 and 7 electrons in their valence shell. When the complete transfer of electron is taking place between 2 species like this, then what will happen? That will result in ionic bond. Correct? Yes. So the elements which are having 1, 2, 3 valence electrons, or those which are having 5, 6 or 7 valence electrons, they can involve in ionic bonding. Correct? No? Whereas, what about the elements which are having 4 electrons in their valence shell? Accepting 4 electron also, giving away 4 electron also to attain stability is not possible, right? So what they will be doing? Instead of complete transfer of electron, they will be sharing electron with some other atom. That will result in covalent bonding. So in this case, they are asking which element will be forming only covalent bond. Which is that element? That is group 14 element. Those who are having 1, 2, 3 valence electron also, 5, 6, 7 valence electron also can involve in ionic bonding. Understood? Now read the next question. Name the element which is a metal with valency 3. If it is a metal, what will be the number of valence electrons present in that? Yeah, either it will be having 1, 2, 3 electrons generally in their valence shell. It will be giving away 3 electrons to attain stability. Okay, yeah, so it should be having 3 electrons also in their valence shell. So it belongs to which group? Definitely, it should be present in group 13. So the answer is D. Okay, easy. Next one, name the element which is a non-metal with valency 3. What are non-metals? Non-metals will be having generally, how many electrons in their valence shell? 5, 6 or 7 electrons in their valence shell. In order to attain stability, they will accept electron generally. As it is a non-metal, if its valency is 3, that element is accepting 3 electron to attain stability. In its valence shell, how many electrons will be present? 5 electron. If the number of valence electron is 5, what will be the group number? That will be group 15. What's the answer? Answer is B. Correct? Yes. Now see this one. Write the common name for the family to which the elements C and F belong. C and F belong to which family? That is group 18. Okay. Group 18 elements are known as noble gases. Okay. That's the answer. Now see this question. It's a very simple question for you. You can try this by yourself and tell me the answer in the comment box. Okay. Hope you might have understood all the concepts related to valency and valence electrons. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.